My name is Emily, and I want to tell you the story of the strangest summer of my life. It all started in my grandmother's bookshop. She has a small old bookshop near the sea. Every summer, I help her clean and organize the books. Usually, nothing exciting happens, but this summer was different. The summer changed everything. One morning, I was cleaning the back room of the shop. It was full of dust and old boxes. Behind a shelf, I found a small wooden box. It was locked. I picked it up and brought it to my grandmother. "Grandma, what is this?" I asked. She looked at it and her face turned pale. "That box belonged to your great Aunt Lily," she said quietly. "She disappeared many years ago." I was surprised. "I never knew about Aunt Lily." "What do you mean she disappeared?" I asked. "She just left one day and never came back," Grandma said. "Some people say she ran away. Others think something bad happened, but no one really knows." That night, when everyone was asleep, I opened the box. I don't know how, but the lock just clicked open. Inside was a beautiful silver necklace with a small blue stone in the center. I held it in my hand. It felt warm. Without thinking, I put it around my neck. That night, I had a strange dream. I saw a girl who looked like me. She stood near the sea and whispered, "Find the map. Time is short." The next day, I told my best friend Sarah. She laughed at first. But when I showed her the necklace, something strange happened. It began to glow. We both stared at it, shocked. I said, "We need to find that map." We searched the bookshop again. After many hours, I noticed something behind an old bookshelf. There was a small crack. We moved the shelf together and found a secret drawer. Inside, there was a map. It was a map of our town, but not a normal one. It showed secret paths, hidden places, and old buildings. At the bottom, there were words written in small letters. "The past hides in the present." We followed the map to the old lighthouse near the beach. It was broken and empty, or so we thought. Behind a wall, we found a small door. When I got closer, the necklace started to shine again. We opened the door and found a dark tunnel. Tunnel was cold and quiet. As we walked, we saw paintings on the walls. Then we found a box full of old letters and a journal. I opened the journal. It was written by Lily, my great-aunt. In the journal, she talked about a secret treasure, people who wanted to steal it, and a danger she had to hide from. She said the necklace was special and only someone in her family could use it. She also wrote about someone named Grant. She didn't trust him. Then suddenly we heard footsteps in the tunnel. Someone was coming. We ran out through the other end and hid behind big rocks. A man in a black coat passed by. On his hand, I saw a tattoo. It was a blue stone, just like the one on my necklace. "Who is he?" I asked Sarah. "I don't know," she said. "But we have to follow him." We followed the man through the forest to a big house. I knew that house. It belonged to Mr. Grant. He was a quiet man who sometimes visited my grandmother. Could it really be the same Grant from Lily's journal? That night, Sarah and I returned to the house. We climbed through a window and walked carefully through the rooms. In the basement, we found a secret door. Inside, there was a room full of old books and photos. On the wall, there was a picture of Lily and Mr. Grant. They were young and smiling. Lily was wearing the silver necklace. We also found letters between them. Mr. Grant loved Lily, but she didn't trust him. She thought he wanted the treasure for himself. Then we heard a voice behind us. "So, you found it," said. Mr. Grant thought we turned around. He was standing in the doorway, but he didn't look angry. He looked tired. "You don't understand," he said. "Lily didn't disappear. She left to protect you and the necklace." "Why?" I asked. "Because only her family can unlock the final secret," he said. He gave me a key and a small piece of paper. On it was a riddle. "The light of the sea will show the way." The next morning, Sarah and I went to the cliffs near the sea. The sun was rising. When the light hit the blue stone on my necklace, it made a bright beam. The beam pointed to a rock. We ran to the rock and moved it. Under it was a small metal box. Inside was a letter from Lily. "Dear Emily," it said, "if you are reading this, you have found the truth. The real treasure is not gold. It is the truth, the courage to find it, and the love of family. I am alive. Come find me." At the bottom of the letter were more clues. They led us to a small village in the mountains, far from town. After a long trip, we found a little house with flowers in the garden. A woman opened the door. She was older, with kind eyes. "Emily," she said, "you came." It was Lily. I ran to her and hugged her. "Why did you leave?" I asked. "I had to protect you," she said. "But now you're ready to know the truth." That summer, I found my family secret. I found my great aunt, and I found myself, and it all started with a silver necklace.